crime-solving devil. It makes sense. Don't overthink it. Hey, greetings. I'm Count Jackula.
And I'm the Horror Guru.
And we just got done watching the first 2 episodes of Netflix's Lucifer.
Yep.
Okay, so before we go on, I just want to let people know, like, what is up, because I've been realizing there have been a lot of shows that have been kind of getting by us, because there aren't not enough hours in the day to watch all of them at once, and do a vlog, and do a lot of the other stuff that we have to do. So, what we're going to do instead is we're going to be watching a lot of series in blocks of 2, maybe 3, and then vlogging those in the order more that we watch them, so that you'll be able to watch our reactions to things as they go, because I'm kind of tired of having to wait a month to talk about a show. So today's show is Lucifer, which transferred to Netflix from the CW? Or was it ABC?
I think it was Fox.
It's Fox. That's right.
I believe it was a Fox show, yeah.
Yeah. Which is the show that is very loosely based off of the Neil Gaiman version. Very loosely based off of the Neil Gaiman version of Lucifer that was in Sandman.
About the only thing it really keeps is the fact that he is Lucifer in LA and has a nightclub.
Yeah, well, keeps Maze.
Keeps Maze, yeah.
It keeps Maze.
The characters are there, but like they're all changed.
Oh yeah, they're all very different. But the thing I consistently liked about the show is that they're all very likable versions of the character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like
thoroughly.
Lucifer himself could be extremely overbearing if not for Tom Ellis.
Oh yeah, his performance is charming as fuck.
Yeah, because he goes from he zeroed in on the fact that like Lucifer's like a little boy who just wants people to like him.
Yep.
You know, and that's how he portrays him, and that's how it works. And I thought that was actually really charming, and I was really glad it did make it to Netflix, because it turned out that Save Lucifer campaign actually did get
it worked.
Somewhere.
It got saved.
Actually worked. Yeah, so they brought it on Netflix. Now Netflix, I think, is now the network currently with the most devil-related shows.
It definitely has
entertainment.
There's definitely a lot of devil on Netflix right now.
Yeah. There's Sabrina, there's Diableros, there's I think there's another one called The Order that's like got something to do with the devil that I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, I saw an ad for that. Yeah,
it's
true.
Yeah, so Lost Satan in Netflix, Satanic, Ave Netflix. So most of these reviews I think are going to be spoilers. So I think we're just going to start with our quick thumbs up, thumbs down review, and then very quickly move in. So for me, these first 2 episodes of Lucifer on Netflix, which is season 4, thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing I can tell you before we get to the spoilers is that if you liked the show before it went to Netflix, you're still going to like it.
Yeah.
They haven't changed the show too much, though it is definitely moving a lot faster than the show worked before, because it's now a 10-episode block as opposed to a 20-episode block. So the plot line is a lot more condensed, but like,
yeah, they cut a lot of the fat out of the show.
But to be honest, as someone who always felt the previous seasons of the show took too long to get to their points.
Oh my god, yeah.
When it came to their main plots, it actually feels like it's moving at a much better pace now.
Yeah, because in the first 2 episodes, they give you the plot of the season straight up.
Yeah.
And they resolve the first, I forget what the first major turn in the plot.
Yeah.
And then move on to obviously moving on to the second in the 3rd episode, which we haven't seen
yet. It's like we ended an act.
Yeah, we did end an act. And if it was regular 24 episode or 22
it would have been 5
television,
or 6 episodes since we got to this point.
We'd still be waiting for this one thing to be resolved.
Yeah.
Which we'll tell you about in the spoilers.
It is still a procedural, though. So you still have Lucifer
it's still
solving crimes.
Yeah, but the personal plot that's actually around the characters,
yes,
that moves at a much better pace.
Yes, I have to agree.
And one of the things that I am really enjoying so far is it's nice to see casual swearing.
Yes. Now that the show's on Netflix, there's some small things it can do that it couldn't do before. First one is nudity. We get a quick shot of Lucifer's butt.
Yeah.
Which is something that I think a lot of the gay and the lady fans of the show have been wanting for a while.
If you're wanting to see like Tom Ellis's ass, you're gonna get it. Don't worry.
And the other thing you see is that there's a lot less having to work around network swearing.
Yeah. It's like if you're used to swear words, you're not even going to notice it because they do it perfectly.
Yeah,
because it's not like fuckity fuck. It's more like something happens to someone's like, oh fuck.
And it's also very obvious that even though they're going to Netflix, they weren't going to be gratuitous with any of it because they didn't want it to feel like a completely different show.
Yeah. Like, I'm getting the feeling that there will be more nudity, but it'll be very sparing.
Yes, it'll be for effect, like when they did Lucifer's butt.
Yeah. It'll be stuff like that. Like we don't get full dong.
No,
we probably won't. I'm sorry, Gory. World's not perfect.
Like I said, they didn't want it to feel like a completely different show, so they're giving it just a little touch.
I'm hoping they'll get a 5th season. They'll just keep pushing it a little bit.
It's possible.
All right, so with that, we're actually going to go into the meat of the episodes, which means, of course, Spoiler Town. So the first major plot point has to do with Chloe returning.
Because at the end of the previous season, season 3, Chloe discovered that the devil is the devil.
Yeah.
For really reals.
Lucifer's the devil, whatever that means.
For really reals. And so this season opens up with Lucifer. It's a month later, and he has no idea where Chloe's been, except that she's been on vacation.
Yeah, and all he can do is sit on the piano and play, I'm a creep, I'm a loser. Which I thought was fucking perfect.
Yes. And Chloe has been trying to come to terms with the fact that he's Lucifer. And she appears again, and they're solving crimes again, but she's acting like she's all okay, and Lucifer doesn't know what to do with this.
Yeah, because, like, that's weird.
Because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like she should just be this accepting of it immediately. It turns out she's not actually very accepting of it immediately, because she's actually working with a weird priest dude to send him back to hell.
Yeah.
Because this priest dude's basically convinced her that he is the devil, and therefore he must go back to hell. But what I liked is that in these first 2 episodes, they resolved that, because she decides, no, Lucifer isn't everything you're telling me, and I won't do it.
I'm not portraying him. Forget it. Like, and they do this very pointed thing where he's like, he is the prince of lies. And she's like, Lucifer never lies.
He's never lied to me.
He's never lied to me.
And even though, like, I just now discovered that he is the devil, he has told me that the entire show. Which he has.
He's never, like, he's made... The worst he's done is lies of omission, but when push comes to shove, he always fesses up when push comes to shove on that.
When it comes to this show, depending upon the quality of the writing of individual episodes, the good writing episodes will not have him lie. The bad writing episodes will often have him like lie by omission, where it's kind of a lie but not really. And I feel like now that the show's condensed into smaller chunks of episodes, they'll be able to not do that as often.
Yeah. Because like it feels like the worst thing he could do is not answer.
Yeah.
Otherwise he's as truthful as he is reasonable.
Yeah.
It's actually beyond reasonable, actually. And they still kept the thing where it's like when he's near Chloe, he's harmable. You can kill him. But they also do that thing in these 2 episodes where Chloe's like, well, maybe I just like hallucinated it. And then she's like looking at things that he's doing when she is not there. And they're obviously superhuman.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's one thing I liked about these 2 episodes is that you had him trying to deal with the fact that she seems to be okay with it and then trying to come to terms with that. But you also had her little journey that we get to get clued in on, that she's trying to figure out whether to send him back to hell or whether or not he actually is as nice as he seems to be.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked that. I kind of liked her little journey there of watching him and trying to determine based on the way he acted whether or not it's an act or whether or not he's for real.
Well, to get into spoilers from the previous season, I feel like if she ultimately betrayed him, then the last episode of season 3, not meaning the one in continuity, but the actual last episode of the season as it aired, with Neil Gaiman as God, would have been a complete lie.
Oh yeah.
You know, because
I don't. The thing is, I could see how you could have written it where she did betray him, and that's if she did it and then immediately realized it was the wrong thing to do. But like,
yeah. But like, that's kind of what you're expecting.
Yeah,
so
but they didn't do that.
They decide not to do that, and instead they drop a different bomb on you that you're not fucking expecting.
Yeah,
which is Amenadiel.
Oh yeah, there's another plot line going on where Amenadiel has come back from heaven after going back to heaven at the end of season 3, and he's been working for the past 3 seasons to go back to heaven. That's basically what.
Yeah, and at the end of season 3, he does,
and he comes back down and just kind of realizes, oh, it's kind of boring up there. I kind of feel like I'm missing something. I'm like, my family's here, down here.
Yeah. My big brother's here. The woman I really love is here. Yeah. My best friend is here. So, you know,
like, it's kind of empty up there. And so then he's back on Earth, but he's trying to find meaning because no one needs him.
Yeah,
Lucifer doesn't need him. Fucking Maze doesn't need him. Linda doesn't need him, which is the Lucifer's psychiatrist. If you
if you know the show, Linda is Lucifer's psychiatrist.
And but Detective Douche needs him. But Detective Douche is kind of like,
he's emotionally constipated.
Yeah, so like he's trying to like help him, but he can only penetrate so far. Until Linda discovers, because Linda slept with Amenadiel last season, oh, I'm pregnant. Hey, Amenadiel, I'm pregnant. And Amenadiel finds his purpose.
Yeah. It's fucking beautiful, touching, and hilarious at the same time.
That smile he
because
gave.
It's like, Amenadiel, I'm pregnant. And it finally dawns on him. He's like,
because he'd been searching for purpose for the past 2 episodes.
And here it is. He has it. He has a kid. He has purpose again.
Fatherhood.
And I was like, I was not expecting them to go here.
I wasn't expecting that either. Because at first, the things that Linda was doing that were weird felt more like maybe she was sick, not necessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, because it first started off that she had all this energy, she didn't know what to do and was trying to burn. But then, like, she started passing out randomly.
Yeah. When she reconciles with Maze and then like randomly passes out, Maze is like, I'm pretty sure humans aren't just supposed to pass out.
Yeah.
You know, I've got this medical text from the 1400s and it says passing out is bad. Like, all right, get that book away from me before you start putting leeches on me. You know? like okay.
Maze convinces her to go to the doctor, and then she finds out she's pregnant.
Yeah. Okay, and the funny thing is if that's not spoiled for you, you're like, oh shit, are we gonna get Emmy cancer? Are we going
I thought that for a minute.
Yeah, but when she actually gets the call, she's like, what? Oh no. No. And I'm like, oh, that's not cancer call. That's the pregnancy call.
It would be way more depressing if it was the cancer call. She would be way more either angry or depressed.
Or crying.
Or something. But that one was one of those, like this happy thing just happened to me. It can't possibly have happened to me. Like,
this can't possibly be real, you know?
So I'm like, okay, so it's got to be pregnancy. That's what it's got to be.
And that is where that plot line leaves at the end of episode 2.
Yep.
The other part that it leaves off is that, all right, so Decker says no to this priest who's trying to get Lucifer to go back to hell. So the priest takes things into his own hands.
And he also alludes that there was something written about her.
Yeah, about Deckard. Yeah.
And he goes to Lucifer, presumably to reveal whatever it is that was written about Decker, which is probably not going to be good for Lucifer. Because why else would he go and try?
Yeah. Because it's really obvious he wants Lucifer to go back to hell where he fucking belongs.
But the other thing it leaves us with is that she pretty much confirms for the priest that Lucifer is vulnerable when around her, which kind of opens them up to the priest attacking them at some point.
Yeah. Exactly. We'll see how that goes. There are 2 murder plots that go around these things.
Oh yeah,
but you don't really care about that shit.
The thing is, the procedural is fun to watch and all that stuff, but it's not really why I'm invested in Lucifer.
Yeah. It's far more. It's watching. Actually, another relationship that I was amazed that they decided to keep developing was the one between Lucifer and Ellie.
Oh yes, the forensic chick.
The forensic, yeah, because
She's one of my favorite characters on this show.
Oh no, she's great. Yeah,
like I love this character who comes from a family criminal background, who became a forensic psychologist, who is a devout Christian,
or at least was.
She's dealing with a crisis.
Yeah. She makes an offhand comment. She's like, "Well, my Sundays are free now."
Well, she's made multiple offhand comments in these 2 episodes.
Yeah,
about that.
Like she's like kind of having problems with her Catholicism.
She's having a crisis of faith because at the end of the last season, a character was killed, and so she's kind of mad at God about this.
Yeah,
so that's where we're at. But I always love this character because, like, she on paper, the devout Christian forensic psychologist should be a character I despise, or forensic scientist, whatever you call it.
Yeah. The Christian forensic scientist should suck.
But she is one of the most adorable and enjoyable lights of sunshine on the show.
Yeah,
and I mean that in a good way. You know?
Yeah, and we found out at the end of season 3 that Lucifer's older sister, Azrael, the angel of death, is her quote-unquote imaginary friend.
Was it older sister or younger? I couldn't remember which one it was.
Oh, no, you're right. Death would be the younger sister,
I think
because Lucifer's the firstborn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was younger sister,
Yeah, so Lucifer has a little sister, and that's Azrael.
And what I liked about that episode in the previous season kind of established that, that's who she is to Lucifer on the show, in the Jones family.
Yeah, little sister.
She's basically like his little sister. And they continue that hardcore in this season. I like that.
Yes.
Where she's like constantly like egging on him and Chloe going on a date and stuff like that. And it's
Yeah. When they get caught, she's like, oh, yeah, no.
I am curious what they're going to do with her, because obviously she's going through a crisis of faith that's at some point going to come to some sort of...
Well, it's got to... Given everything that's already happened in these 2 episodes, it has to come to a head. When you have a fucking priest from Rome who is basically, we got to put the devil back in hell no matter what the fuck happens because he's evil, dude, you better believe that the crisis of faith character is going to be important.
She's going to be super important.
Yeah.
And she's a character more than anyone else who now I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, Detective Douche doesn't need to know. But like,
we already know everything. Like, at this point, he can only be a foil.
But I feel like she needs to know that she's been hanging out with an angel and a devil for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I like, it's not the most graphic show. It's not the goriest show. But I am so glad Netflix picked this up.
Oh yeah.
It's so fun.
It's the right kind of fun and stupid. Like,
yeah. It's dumb, but not so dumb you're insulted.
No. It never goes like full like bad episodes of CSI.
Oh God,
which it could easily do, given that it's a procedural show.
Yeah, crime solving devil. It makes sense. Don't overthink it. But like, the thing that I love about it so much is the fact that it totally leaned into its dumb premise.
Oh, it did.
It's just like, oh no, that's what we're doing. You know, we're going to have this show about a devil. It's a police procedural. And for some reason, every case that they're dealing with is going to fucking mirror the emotional problems the characters are having. That's the fucking show.
Or at least the characters are going to project themselves onto the fucking case.
Yeah. And the thing I like about that is that only makes the Neil Gaiman narration God episode even better. Because you're like, oh, is this like literally God trying to teach his oldest son, hey son, ain't always about you. Okay, sometimes it is, but not always.
I kind of hope that Neil Gaiman God comes back.
Oh my God, me too. I'm like, no. Like in Supernatural, Carry On My Wayward Son, fucking Neil Gaiman God just has to keep coming back.
I gotta say this, the big improvement this season is that all the actors this season are acting.
Yes. Yes.
Unlike Mr. Single Expression Tom Welling from the previous season.
Oh my God. Oh, Tom Welling. Nothing wrong with the man. I'm sure he's perfectly lovely.
He has one expression for every emotion. Occasionally he'll smile, but for the most part, it's always the same expression, the same reaction to everything.
I want to find out that when he gets like really old, that he has come to terms with it and done an Adam West where he's like, oh no. We're cutting the credits. You got to zoom in on me with an inscrutable expression that could mean anything.
It's amazing on Smallville how often they would use the same expression for every event. Whether it was a happy ending, a suspenseful ending, a fucking whatever ending, a somber ending, it would always have that cut away to him where he just looks off camera.
Yeah, just right over there.
And just kind of gives this like slight breathing sigh. It's just like
he might be. It's smoldering, but not quite.
Not quite.
You know. And I want to see Tom Welling in something where he just gives a fucking knockout performance, so that we can know, oh, he's just doing his shtick.
Yep.
He's just doing his shtick like fucking Adam West was, but he's got real talent.
He's got it.
Yeah. I want to know that. You know, because like that's what makes character acting fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, when you're like, oh no, I'm totally a character actor, but if you need me to fucking play Hamlet, I can do that. You know, but that ain't what pays the big bucks. What pays the big bucks is
yes. So I guess now that we're talking about Tom Welling, we might as well wrap this up.
Yeah, I think we should wrap this up. The first 2 episodes of Lucifer on Netflix, season 4, I give it the horns. It's really good. Your mileage may vary, but look, if you weren't in on
crime-solving devil, it makes sense. Don't overthink it.
You weren't ever gonna fucking be.
It's true.
And because that's, at the end of the day, the in-joke of the show itself that you got to be able to laugh at.
Agreed.
All right. So you can find me on... Actually, no, well, fuck it. Like, you out first.
Okay. You can find me on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. Look up The Horror Guru or Blood Splattered Cinema, and I'll be there.
And you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. And I stream every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and every Sunday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we talk about all sorts of groovy things like occultism, sexuality, Satanism, and just whatever we need to unburden our souls of. So we hope to see you there. I would like you there. You, right now, who's like, should I check out that stream? Yes, I want to see you. All right? And until then, Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno, and keep watching fucked up movies or TV shows about crime-solving devils. Hey, don't overthink it, man. Makes sense.
It does.